7-on-7 season, SZN.
No.
And that means that Matt Stepp is a traveling maniac. He's back from the Great White North, and so as a result, he's traveling all over the state to state 7-on-7 tournaments, talking with coaches, getting his eyes on some players, and he had a great, from what I understand, I haven't talked with him, so I can't actually vouch for this. But
He always has a good time.
he always he's in his element.
Look, man, 7-on-7, if you like talking to head coaches, not a better place to shoot the breeze, get a feel for their team, the whole deal.
Yeah, he's in his element out there. And so he was in Gainesville this weekend. He was in Gainesville for the state qualifying tournament, 7-on-7. A number of Texoma teams, a lot of teams up there in the north, up near the Red River, going up there. One of them is Decatur. Decatur, the head coach of the Decatur. Do they still have that quarterback?
Wilson Hicks, baby.
Hicks.
He's back.
He's back. So that's going to make them very interesting to watch
Yeah.
in 7-on-7, and then obviously in the fall as well.
Yeah.
But the head coach there of the Decatur Eagles is Coach Mike Fuller. Matt Stepp had an opportunity to catch up with him. Here's Matt Stepp's interview with Decatur coach Mike Fuller here on Texas Football Today.
Matt Stepp with Dave Campbell's Texas Football back here at the Gainesville 7-on-7 state qualifying tournament here with the head coach of the Decatur Eagles, Coach Mike Fuller. Coach, thanks for taking a few minutes to chat with us today.
Well, thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
All right, Coach, you guys had a great year last year, went to the third round of the playoffs. I know a lot of excitement in Decatur about this coming season. Off-season, I know it's been going well. For someone who hasn't been on the inside of the program, what have you and your coaching staff really focused on with your kids this off-season to try to take that next step and kind of start competing for regional and possibly state championships?
Well, I mean, we just kind of focus on every day, just doing the best that we can and winning that particular day. You know, we've had a lot of good gains in the weight room and you know, with speed and quickness and agility and everything. So the kids have been working really hard. And I think an emphasis the last couple of years has been putting together, you know, the toughest non-district schedule that we can possibly come up with. And if we lose a few of them, that's okay as long as it makes us better in week 11 or week 12. So you know, I think, you know, we focus every day on trying to be the best that we can be, and just you know, we're going to take them one game at a time. I know that's very cliche, but we break it down to one. You know, next play is the thing that we always talk about, and we're not really talking about regional championships or anything like that. We're focusing our efforts on that first game against Kennedale and being ready for that one, and then we'll go from there.
I saw you at realignment, and there were people running from you when you were looking for games. I mean, I guess that's the bad part about having good seasons is it's a little tougher to find as many people lining up to play you, right?
Yeah, there's plenty of people I was running from too, but you know, that's a good thing. You know, I think a lot of times people get caught up in what your non-district record might be. You know, and I think you know, if you play 5 really good teams in non-district and you win a couple and lose a couple, at least you're not going to get through your district season thinking you're invincible or anything like that. And that's kind of what we want to do. We challenge ourselves and be the best that we can be. You know, we certainly would like to win them all, and hopefully we can. But that's not really the focus. The focus is getting better every day, every week, and, you know, going on into the playoffs, playing our best ball.
All right, now 7-on-7 today. You kids are going to be competing here at the Gainesville 7-on-7 qualifier. It's not real football, but there are some things you can take from it, just from a leadership and competitive standpoint. I know you're excited to watch your kids compete. What do you look for when you get to like these 7-on-7s? What are some of the things you'd like to see from your kids?
It's exactly what you said. But, you know, I like to see them compete. I like to see them be together. You know, I think the good thing about it is in the summertime. It's not quite summer yet, but on a Saturday in May that our kids are out thinking about football. And I think one great thing about it is you know, our quarterbacks have to call their own plays, and the secondary has to put themselves in their own coverages. We don't have, you know, we don't hire any outside coaches. Or
You're not running any 7-on-7 plays, are you?
No. We run. If we don't run it on Friday nights, we don't run it in 7-on-7. And we take a lot of pride in that. We don't take a whole lot of stock in what our record might be in 7-on-7. Now, every game we play, we want to win it. We want to do the best we can. But if we're not working our coverages and we're not working our schemes that we run on Friday nights, then I think it's kind of a waste.
All right, now let's talk about the UIL is one of their new rulings, instant replay. I know if you're playing in a state championship game, you're thrilled, and that's a great honor. You know, there's been mixed reviews on it, you know, and that kind of thing. What's your take on the instant replay rule? What are some of the positives, and what are maybe some concerns?
Yeah, like you said, I think there's a lot of mixed feelings. I think that if you happen to be fortunate enough to be in that game, I think the good thing is that they're going to get it right. I don't know if any of us will have a good strategy or any experience on when to use it or anything like that. My only concern is that if it's important enough to be used in the state championship game, what about the semifinals or quarterfinals or the games that led up to it? Certainly there were some calls in those games that right or wrong made a difference in the game. So, I think it's good to look at it, and obviously if technology gets better and more affordable for everybody to use it one day, that'd be great too.
All right, final question for you. Now, I've been to Decatur for a scrimmage, but I have not been up there for a game yet, and I need to get up there. Max was there last year and saw you guys play. If I'm coming to Decatur or any high school football fans want to come see a game at Eagle Stadium, where's the place they need to eat at in Decatur, Texas, for a pregame meal?
Well, there's a couple. I think if you want to get the feel of Decatur and eat on the square, Sweetie Pies is a sure bet. It's hard to beat that. If you're looking for some good Mexican food before the game, Casa Torres down 51 towards Springtown is really good place too.
All right, is there a coach on your staff that can put away the most food at Sweetie Pies? What is an offensive line coach?
Coach Warner can probably do that. Yeah.
Well, Coach, appreciate your time. I enjoy watching your kids today, and thanks for what you do for the student athletes in the state of Texas.
Thank you very much.
Great job, Coach.
There he is, Mike Fuller, the head coach of the Decatur Eagles. Kind enough to let Matt Stepp.
Former coach of Greg Tepper.
To say he coached me is honestly,
Yeah, well, you were a lineman. What position did he coach back then?
he was the head coach.
Oh, was he the head coach?
He was the
back
head
then?
coach.
Okay, I didn't
and
know that.
so
Yeah.
I'll be honest,
Had no
he
use
knew
for you.
I existed,
That's about it.
but like
Yeah.
he was never worried about like me blowing a play because
You weren't going to be in there.
it just didn't
It's all right.
didn't really matter.
It's okay.
In any case, there's Mike Fuller, head coach of the Decatur Eagles.